Hi there. Finally winning a piece is a trap in a sideline variation of the Budapest counter gambit. White opens d4 after knight f6 c4, and the Budapest is characterized by e5, gambiting that e-pawn. White takes it, and after knight g4, claiming a stake on that pawn, on the next move, knight takes on e5. White's usually going to defend that. Most common is bishop to f4 to defend it that way, and then afterwards e3, whereby the bishop has developed outside of the pawn chain. But also possible is this move knight f3. Knight c6, black develops and attacks the pawn again, and here white can simply give back the pawn with e3. After knight g takes on e5, in this type of variation, not uncommon, white will most typically develop his queen's bishop to b2, but if he moves bishop e2 first, then black can get that fianchetto in first with g7, where black's king's bishop is going to reign supreme along that diagonal. After knight c3 and trading, knight takes on f3, bishop takes on f3, and now bishop g7. Queen d2 supports the knight on c3 in the event of b3. So black can play d6 and now b3, where black throws the knight back into that vacated square on e5. Not wanting to trade and lose that bishop pair, white withdraws the bishop back to e2, and now queen g5. Menacing, coming out, attacking the pawn on g2. Well, that can be defended in a number of ways. Okay, g3 is 1, the main line, to which the queen now retreats back to f6. And after bishop b2, now knight f3. That's check and queen. It's going to force the trade. Bishop takes on f3. And after queen takes on f3, hitting the rook, white can castle, but bishop h3 is threatening mate queen to g2. That can be defended with queen to d5, offering a swap of queens, which black accepts. But after queen takes and knight takes on d5, black's going to pick up the bishop on b2. Even though white can take on c7, we can see that both white's rooks are hanging, and black's certainly going to be winning there. If after queen takes on d5, white would have taken with the c pawn, then bishop takes on f1 is going to leave black better as well. Going back to that move queen g5, in this position queen g5, we've just explored the possibilities after white defends with g3. Also possible is bishop f1, but it's an ugly looking retreat. Black has this nice tactical idea, bishop to h3. The bishop comes in, offering itself up. If g takes on h3, the knight f3 is going to be check queen, winning for black. So if white tries f4, forking the queen and the knight, then black gains time by playing queen h4 check. And if now g3, we're going to have a look at a couple of variations here. Well, one of them will be knight to f3 check, and if the king to d1, knight takes queen. White also gets the queen, g takes on h4, but knight takes on f1, leaves black again in a winning position. Again, after queen to h4, if queen f2 is played, then knight d3 is winning for black, as that opens up that marauding king's bishop on g7. After bishop takes d3, bishop takes c3 is winning for black again. And if after queen h4 check king d1, then bishop g4 is going to have black with a slightly better advantage, not winning in this case. Bishop g4, king c2, and probably best for black is now the knight under fire on e5, dropping back to c6 with all sorts of threats of knight b4. Obviously better here for black as well. So I think we've covered all the variations here. Perhaps one other. No, we've covered this one. Knight f3, and then if king d1, Knight takes d2. This is the variation we've already covered. G takes on h4 and knight takes on f1. That's winning for black. So this has been a trap in the Budapest counter gambit called Finally Winning a Piece. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.